Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to the Zelda Twilight Princess livestream playthrough in the PAL version. I had a little bit of a scare before getting this recording up and running. More than a bit of a scare. I wasn't, like, actually genuinely freaked out, but it would have been really sad and annoying had it actually eventuated in the way that I was afraid that it had. Basically, as I was launching the game, I don't know if you guys recall, well, you would recall if you saw it, you might not have seen it, but I did say in the first recording that the first time I was trying to get this all set up, and there is quite a process behind it, as I suppose summarized in something of an explanation in the first recording. There's quite a setup process to what you're seeing right here. And in the first recording I said that I was having a problem with having my my memory card recognized by the GameCube first time I was launching. Well, this time I had a similar issue, but it wasn't quite the same issue. The first time around it said that there was no memory card inserted in slot A, even though there was. This time it said memory card corrupted. And I was thinking, well, that's it. Memory card gone. The very same memory card that I've been using for 15 years on this system, and therefore all the saves on it are now gone. That was not the case. I pulled it out, blew in it gently, put it back in, and it was recognized. So basically, even though there are seemingly two separate issues there, either the memory card is not recognized at all, or it can falsely claim that the card is corrupt, then, well, yeah, that is the point. You can take it out and put it back in and maybe it'll recognize. Now, I don't know if that means that it could be corrupted in the future. I've got no idea. All I can say is that I'm glad that it's not, because A, I can continue this live stream, and B, I still have all the saves from the past, so that's what's important. And I'm very glad to see that. Again, this is assuming this even loads. I suppose I could have checked, but I would guarantee that it had something to do with the fact that the system itself didn't recognize the memory card, and in failing to do so, somehow decided that it had been corrupted. And fortunately that was not the case. Now, hold on. I don't even remember finishing here. Oh, I see. That was really funny. I had this very strange moment where I thought that I was in Faron Woods, but I was not. I am indeed in Kakariko, and I was really, really worried that if I was in Faron Woods, then it would actually have taken me back to the start of Part 3, instead of where I should be. But no, we're all okay. Everything's under control. I mean, this stuff is live, you know. If anything goes wrong, there's not much that I can do about it. It's happening. So, I just thought I'd let you know. My beverage today is La Chouffe. I had been priced out of La Chouffe for... recently, I suppose I was priced out, but I, you know, went and got a deal. Not really a deal. They were selling it as a pack of 4, which would ultimately save me like $10, but on a bottle. I'd basically get 3 bottles and then 1 for free. But yeah, it's like $10 per bottle now. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it. I've watched it slowly creep up in price over the years, and it's not appropriate. $10 for one of these is just too much. This is the bottle here. I do realise that the chroma key's taking the colours out. It's actually alright there if I do this. It's a whole lot of not okay, but this is alright. The point of the matter is, it's a nice beer, but fuck paying $10 for one. But in the end, I got a bit of a deal in buying 4 of them. I don't think I'll be consuming 4 on camera here. Ideally not, I'd like to savour them. But I will pour a beverage. Certainly not the first time I've stood in Kakariko Village and poured myself a beverage. You love La Chouffe? That's great to hear. I unfortunately have still never tried McChouffe, which is the dark ale version of La Chouffe. Not because I didn't want to, or because I Or for the only reason why I haven't tried it is because I can't find it anywhere. None of the bottle shops sell it. And you'd be doing pretty fucking well for yourself if you could find a venue that sold it. You're more likely to find beers of this sort in bottle shops than you are to find them being sold at venues. Even at the old Belgian beer cafe in Sydney, they didn't have McShoof. They seemingly had everything else. But, there you go. It's bloody well $10 a bottle over here. That is 10 Australian dollars. Just gonna let the head settle down a little bit. But yeah. In terms of what we're doing in this video, I'm pleased to say that we have taken care of a few things that I would have had to take care of in this video, or perhaps I wouldn't have forced myself to do so. But there is slightly less for me to do leading up to the next dungeon on account of what I did at the end of the previous video, and the reason why I did more there was precisely because I had basically split it up into 2 sections. Not intentionally, it's just how that eventuated. And you never know, it might happen again today, we will have to see. Actually, my window is slightly open, so I think I will close that momentarily. But before I do that, I will complete the thought. Because I was doing a separate recording and was in the mood to record for a while, just in that particular session, I got a few extra things done. I think I got 4 heart pieces or something like that, and maybe it was 3. Yeah, I think it was 3. And I think I need 1 more. I think I had 1 from the dungeon, and then I got 3 here in Kakariko Village, and now I just need 1 more to get another heart container, and I will endeavour to acquire that heart container. Well, yes, acquire that last heart piece to acquire the heart container. It wasn't entirely incorrect to say heart container. Before I reach the next dungeon. And I think that will be fairly easy to achieve. So we will do that. What I will do is indeed turn that, well, turn it off, yeah. Close it, rather. I'm going to close that window. Uno momento. Oh dear. Bumped my brandy bottle. Alrighty. But yeah, I really was not impressed to see that memory card corrupted screen. I'm glad that it did not actually mean anything. It might have meant something, you know, it might mean that the memory card is at risk of actually being corrupted, but maybe not. But it is worth saying that if it says it's corrupted, it's not the end of the world. You can try to see if it can be read. Obviously, whatever makes the console think it's corrupted, it can be a temporary issue with the card being read incorrectly or something like that. Anyway. I can't even remember exactly what we are to do in this moment. Do we want to talk to Renato or something like that? Oh yeah, we're probably going to have to do that stupid... We are definitely going to have to do that stupid minigame where we protect the cart from attacking foes. I really don't want to do that. I suppose we just want to make our way to Castle Town, and I will do so. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find a piece of heart in Hyrule Field somewhere. We'll see how things go. I don't know if we want to go to Castle Town. Oh no, we can't go to Castle Town. We are actually being essentially led in the direction of, you know, the north, and I think it's Elden Bridge or something like that. The bridge to the north is where we are being led in the direction of. Greetings, Mr. Link. I've come to deliver a letter. There is a letter for you, Link. 2 letters, in fact. Listen, if you have arrived and said to me, I have come to deliver a letter, I am going to assume that there would be a letter for me. In other words, it was totally unnecessary for you to essentially say that twice. The only new information there was the fact that there were 2 letters, which is good to know. Well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail. Thank you. He finds it necessary to run around, yet his delivery of letters, as far as what he says to you, is far from efficient. Alright. Let's have a look and see... Oh, great. Urgent bomb arrows. Well, I regret to say that I don't think there'll be any new information in here, because as you know, I know all about bomb arrows. I made use of them in the previous video. Thank you for your patronage. Enjoy the power of our bombs. No message indicating that I should use them with care. You know, don't blow anyone up or anything. Not only can you place and throw our bombs, but they can be combined with the bow by going to the item screen and using R to create bomb arrows. Try it today. Yeah, rightio. New sundries shop in Kakariko. I know all about it. I like how they say no window shoppers. As if there's this big flow of people coming in and out. What a joke. I think that I actually have access to this piece of heart right here, so let's go and do that. I thought that maybe there would be something else that I'd have to do, but there is no such thing for me to do. I may blow this up and access a piece of heart, which should be in that chest over there. Unless... it might require the hook shot. Or the claw shot, sorry. If I say hook shot instead of claw shot, I'm just going to pray that you know what I'm talking about. And I'm also going to pray that you don't type in the comments or something, "It's claw shot, Doom Link." Yes, I know that it's claw shot. It's just a matter of me saying the wrong thing out of habit. There are more games that have a hook shot than a claw shot, that's the point. Yeah, it is looking like I can't get that piece of heart right now. But I will make sure of that, at least. Because imagine if I was wrong and missed out on that heart piece for that reason. I think the last time I was having La Chouffe was actually during a previous Wind Waker recording series. Actually, no, I can make it, I think. Yeah. This is exactly what I was talking about. Don't just assume things, Doomlink. Just because it might look like you need it from a distance doesn't mean that you actually do need it. I can in fact make this jump. So we're about to get another heart container. Off we go. We want to fall down here. And I think it's down there, yes. There's nothing else hanging around here, is there? I don't think so. I like that they design it to make it look like it's not this path that's actually been crafted to take us in this direction. Which is a good thing, and that's the way you should design it. Alright. Now this doesn't mean I'm just going to stop trying to get heart pieces. I will be working towards getting heart pieces. In fact, there's one that we can get in Lake Hylia, which we will get. Because it's on the way to our objective. Well, these fucking things. I will actually shoot you, but I will equip the bow as normal first. Suppose I could use you. Well, you need to be in front of me for this to work. There we go. Alright, so we have to make sure that we are essentially ready to go over here, because once we cross this bridge, we will be forced to stay on that side of the bridge for quite some time. Not like a really long time, but... yeah, we're going to be turning into a wolf and all of that, so... yeah. Thank you. Oh, that was a very interesting... almost trick shot you did there, Link. You shot him, then you jumped off the horse or something. Although I don't know what jumping off the horse achieved if it were a trick shot. If he slid immediately back on the horse, it wouldn't be a problem. But anyway. I believe that here... oh no, maybe not. Well, it's not a big deal. We will enter the Twilight again soon. Just in the interest of... oh, don't do that. In the interest of staying on the horse, I will create bomb arrows again. There we go. And in doing so, we are forced to fight these guys here. Very well. Oh, never mind. This is what I was talking about. when I said that we won't be able to go south of this bridge for a while, or go across the bridge. And we are finding them too. So many assumptions, Doomling. The interesting thing is that you are not forced to find them, but it is recommended that you do. For the reason that at the end of the day, this will create a warp point, which is a positive thing. Just wondering, yeah, my chroma key's not perfect. Let's make that look a little better. I don't know how it suddenly gotten darker. How did that happen? Does that make any sense? I don't understand, like, the lighting conditions have not changed in this room. And yet, this is just ridiculous. What's the solution for this? Or the solution to this? And you guys probably can't even see what I'm talking about, but I can bloody well see what it is. It's basically like this static. I know what it is. Holy shit. Or maybe I don't know what it is. Maybe I just assumed that I knew. No, I don't know what it is after all. This is really annoying though. Because here's the thing. I am purely reliant on natural light right now. Or, well, rather, synthetic light. The opposite to natural light. And it should not have changed, and yet my chroma key settings were fine before. So I don't know what is going on. It's ridiculous. That doesn't help. That's basically grayscale. Well, I'm at something of a loss. Because the point is, if I make the chroma key any stricter, I will start to disappear. Unless I sit myself back even further. Bloody hell, this is impossible. So you guys have got no idea the fucking crap that I have to go through to make these videos happen. You just watch a video and it's like, oh yeah, great. Looks good, sounds good, no problem. It's misery. That's what it is, it's misery. Okay, see, I don't know if you can see this, but you know what? I'll have to change jackets. That's what I'll have to do. No, it's not even, look, even the microphone's fucking disappearing. This is terrible. I don't know what has caused this. Allow me to consider this for a moment. I don't know what the solution is. Because basically there is usually a consistency between a strictness that will result in me disappearing and that just barely being passable, but it is not so, not today. It's not working. And yet lighting is the fucking same. What if the position of the webcam changes something? I feel like that's done something. But maybe not. I don't know. You will have to forgive me for this. This is my worst nightmare, although you might not realize it. This is one of the reasons why I hate recording live. Because I don't want to ruin the flow of a recording to make adjustments like these. Adjustments which you likely couldn't give a shit about anyway, which is the ultimate irony of it. Anyway, Changing my jacket was not going to be a solution because the microphone was literally phasing out of existence as well. Okay. That will have to do. That'll have to do. That's alright. That's not too bad. Opponent's freaking out. I'll just work on killing one. I will have to do a spin attack in order to kill the others. That's not really working in my favour. It's very nice of them to just stand there and take it. Alright. So, clearly this has become a warp point now. Wherever that is. See, I was quite sure that it was over here. Not over there. Why would it be over there? The hell? I was pretty damn sure that it was over here. But fine. Apparently I'm remembering that incorrectly. I'm allowed to be incorrect. Now I'm just making sure that I'm positioned properly. I don't know. Is that alright? It's probably fine. Shut up, Doomlin. It's never fine, though. You know, even when I'm anal retentive about these things, sometimes things can still not look good. That's exactly why I can't be less anal retentive than I am, ordinarily. Those rocks, by the way, can only be destroyed by an item that we acquire later on in the game. Bombs cannot destroy those rocks, for no real sensible reason. Epona is going to have to stay right here. In fact, Epona doesn't even need to be told to stay right there. She refuses to continue further. Ah, we're finally here. There's only one fused shadow left. So this is the last of the Twilight you'll see, I guess. Whether or not you accomplish your final task and survive is up to you. Of course, this is not our final task, although it will be our last task for the first half of the game, I suppose. Want me to let you into the Twilight? It's not a matter of being let in, it's a matter of being grabbed and dragged in. Why she has to be so violent, I don't know. And it is her hand, by the way, for anyone who didn't know that. It's kind of funny, you just sort of assume, oh, maybe I'll actually be able to do this in human form, and then, no, actually. I will have to be a wolf. Alright then, I guess I'll have to help you. But what a shame that this is the last of the Twilight. I'd become so fond of seeing it covered in, or seeing it covering this world. Can't bloody read. Or is it really the last you'll see? So, shall we get going? Got some bloody shadow keys. Whether they're shadow, well, Twilight keys I guess. Whether they're from the Twilight realm or from the regular human realm I guess. They're obnoxious. Speaking of obnoxious, oh look, there is a new scent for us to learn. It's Hylia's scent, in fact. But Link, can you at least promise me this? Just come home safely. Flashbacks. Forget the youth scent and learn a new smell? Yes, you learned the scent of Hylia. That's correct, Tron. You smell the girl, don't you? I can tell by the look on your face. Well, what kind of look would he be making after smelling her scent? I do wonder. Well, good, it's another clue then. But this scent could be quite old. I wonder if she's still alright. I like how we just leave her property lying on the ground. I guess Midna doesn't want to take it. Not that that's ever addressed, but that sounds about right. Like to destroy this dead-looking grass. Alright, onward. Onward we go. As I've said in the past, at least in your wolf form, you do move reasonably quickly. And there's Hyrule Castle. Shrouded in twilight. Hey, haven't we seen this castle before? Yes, indeed we have. So, we finally made it back here. Well, only a little farther, so hang in there. Also, I'd like to say, but the going's a lot harder from here on out. I don't know what she finds to be so funny. I'm nothing more than a humble wolf, trying to make his way in the world. That is a creature that I want to kill. Especially because it sounds like some sort of brass instrument. Makes these trumpeting noises, in other words. Alright. There is a bridge here, but I think it's broken or something. Yeah, well, I don't know if there ever was supposed... No, there never was supposed to be a bridge. Oh, that's the bridge, you dick. If you were to open your eyes, Doomlink, you would notice the big frickin' bridge right there. Thank you. Of course, I thought that I was looking at a bridge because I was incorrectly matching up what was on the minimap to what I was seeing in-game. That's the reason why I thought that there might have been a bridge there. Or at the very least a broken bridge. I feel like attacking you just to get my anger out. Oh. I'm glad that you're not just lying there alive in an invulnerability period. That is refreshing. Speaking of refreshing, it's good to be drinking this beer again. Very nice. Alright, so our ultimate goal at this point is Lake Hylia. We'll have to do a few things before we get there, I think. But that is our goal at this time. Got a little bit of slowdown there as we enter this area. I suppose it's all the effects from the Twilight. You can see there are a few more Twilight particles here, I suppose because we're getting into an area where the Twilight is more dense. Or something like that, that is my guess. I don't know if we're supposed to... I assume that we should be following Hylia's scent right now, actually. The whole reason why we had learnt Hylia's scent was so that we could follow the damn thing. But I know where I'm going anyway. But no, this is serving as confirmation that we are not to be going to Lake Hylia first, we are instead to be going to Castle Town. Because Hylia is not at Lake Hylia, if I could speak. But yes, going to Lake Hylia will be necessary while collecting Insects of Darkness. Indeed, much like the previous times when we were in the Twilight in wolf form, we must collect Insects of Darkness, or more specifically, the Orbs of Light contained within the Insects of Darkness. And there is actually at least one here in Castle Town, although we can't actually acquire the Tear of Light just yet. Orb of Light, Tear of Light, you know what I mean. Both are, well, I think the Tear of Light is its official term. Look at all these people. Oh yes, I may as well keep following the scent. Lots of people around. But yeah, what was I saying? Annoyingly, I don't think we can actually pick up the Tear of Light immediately. We can kill the Insect of Darkness that is housing the Tear of Light. But we can't actually acquire it. And it's worth noting that we don't have to worry about the Tear of Light despawning, or even the Insect of Darkness respawning. Neither take place. You can kill the Insect of Darkness and pick up the Tear of Light after any length of time has transpired. Alright. I knew exactly where we needed to go, I'm just following the scent because it feels like the proper thing to do. The door is open, so that is a perfect opportunity for wolves to invite themselves in. Literally. Who's that? Listen. there is a young Zora who doesn't seem to be in the best condition. This boy, can you save him? Alright, little lady, try to settle down, okay? She seems quite, you know, taciturn. She doesn't look like she's getting upset or even emotional. She's just sitting there, calmly asking you a question. I just now send for the doctor, yes. Well, it seems that you are the one who's letting her emotions get the better of her. But this is strange, a child of the Zoras. I wonder if this is at all related to the incident the soldiers were talking about in back. Oh, what an emotional reunion. Yes, a girl and her wolf. Sorry, but you know how it goes. These folks can't see you either. So we're supposed to talk to the salt? Well, not talk to them, more like listen to them. What do they have to say? I've received orders from above to investigate why we can't go to the Spirit Spring in Lake Hylia. Got that? Okay. Well, we've just been given our objective. Or our next destination. Next place for us to go to. And I'll make my way over. The insect of darkness that I was talking about is actually in here. And we can kill it right now, actually. With great difficulty, as you can clearly see. Oh my god, you are a crafty fucker. Alright, so this orb of light, as you will soon see, cannot be picked up. The reason why is because we do not yet have the light vessel. But that orb of light will stay there. It will be marked on our map as a tier of light. As an orb of light, whatever. I should at least choose one of the two to say so that I'm not being confusing. But yes, we will indeed. Unless... I just had a different thought. But yeah, that will stay there until we get our soul vessel, and then we'll see it on the map and be able to pick it up at that point. The other thought that I had was that maybe I'm supposed to do that whole medicine scent thing. Yeah. I don't know how to get in, though. I think I'm supposed to... No, I'm thinking of a different time. I'm thinking, yeah. I have to do the whole medicine scent thing, and that probably has no meaning to you, if you're not familiar with the game, but the medicine scent is for when I can freely transform back and forth from human and wolf form. Which is not happening right now, obviously, so... Because I remembered a little bit about the process. And indeed, as a wolf, we can't actually get in there. But as a human, we can. Yet, we require the wolf form at that point in the game, so that obviously made it clear to me that we need to be able to switch back and forth. You would think that I'd remember these things a little better, but I don't. Now, going this way will not take me to Lake Hylia, but I want to go here so that I can discover this part of the map. Which it should do, or not. Maybe it... Okay, it doesn't actually create a separate part. Good to know. But yeah, as I've said before, my memories of this game are never 100% perfect. I don't have this flawless memory of the game. Because if I did, it wouldn't be as fun to play. It's because I only remember about 85% of what I'm doing at any given moment, that remaining 15% allows me to enjoy myself. It still feels like a bit of an adventure, it still feels like a process, and it is fun. I enjoy it. So, maybe for some people they don't feel that way. Some people might play a game once and not want to play it again, and then you've got people who are so insane that they'll just speedrun games and play it over and over and over and over again. I'm somewhere in the middle, you know, I'm not actually lacking in things to do with my life, but I do enjoy playing this game repeatedly. That's the point. But having said that, I don't necessarily want to, how do I say, dismiss the speedrunning community in that way. I think speedrunning really does begin with an interest such as mine in Twilight Princess. In other words, you know, the desire to play the game repeatedly, and then you get to a point when... this is what I mean when I say that, you know, it's a lack of having things to do in life. My point is that to reach a point where you want to speedrun, you need to have played the game so many times that you've run out of ways to enjoy it when you play it repeatedly. So you look for other ways to enjoy your time playing a game you've played so many times before. In my opinion, that should mean that it's time to find a new game to play, or to take a break. But having said that, there is a lot of skill when it comes to speedrunning, and yeah. Well, perhaps not. Maybe rather than skill, it has a lot more to do with just playing it so many times that you can learn it inside and out, which I suppose is an achievement, but I don't know. Again, it has everything to do with the fact that if you really are struggling to enjoy yourself, so therefore you have to essentially not play the game to enjoy playing the game, because that's what speedrunning is. You're not playing the game anymore. And I do wonder if... I don't really know. I did a little bit of speedrunning in Demon's Souls before taking a break from that game. And this was many years ago. But I wonder if when you've actually begun speedrunning, if you can go back and play the game normally again and enjoy yourself. I would assume that you can, but maybe some people can't. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not against speedrunning. I don't want to give that impression. It's just that I think what prompts a person to speedrun is something that I can't really understand, because I'm a different sort of person, I guess. That's also fair. And also welcome to the live stream, Luna. Hey, do you smell anything funny? Yes, indeed. It is the smell of an ambush. More specifically, a trap. And this guy's got very good aim, you have to admit. He didn't just get it sort of close to the edge of the oil. He got it right on it. That was a bullseye. Across the whole length of the bridge. We are indeed trapped. The solution is quite obvious, although if you're really unobservant, and more than anything inexperienced in Zelda, you probably wouldn't know how to escape. But if you've played a 3D Zelda game before, it's not confusing. It never confused me, because I had played Wind Waker just before playing this game, so yeah. My head was in the appropriate frame of mind to not have any difficulties with that. That was a close one. We're lucky there was a puddle down below, huh? It's not a puddle. So this is Lake Hylia, but there's so little water. I mean, you can't call it a puddle, it's fairly deep. It might not be wide, but it's deep, Midna. It sounds like the Spirit Spring should be somewhere around here as well. Anyway, let's take a look around. I mean, you're really going to call it a puddle? Look how fucking deep that is. Do you know how many Midnas I would have to stack on top of one another to reach the bottom of that? Probably like 100, particularly down there. Look at that. That's probably 100 Midnas deep, and you're going to call it a puddle. Silly girl. Alright. So at this point, this is actually a fun part of the game, what we're about to engage with. Although, I guess we'll talk to these Zoras first. We'll listen to them again. Semantics. The drop in the water has been faster than predicted. At this rate, Lake Hylia will dry up. It's a race against time. Okay, well I think that's all I really want to listen to there. If you don't know what I'm saying or what I'm talking about when I'm mentioning the fun part of the game, this is what I'm talking about. Fortunately, we know what we need to howl before we actually start howling. It's not exactly the most involved song. Okay, now that sounds a bit ridiculous. Oh. Maybe good in concept for a... Oh, I see. Well, obviously we have to prompt it by... Or we have to trigger it by doing something else. Which we will work out. It's no problem at all. Forgot this guy's name. But he likes cannons, put it that way. I'm too old for this. I think he's Fire. Falby's the creepy guy. Well, they're both creepy, actually. Fire and Falby's watertop land of fantastication. It's our grand reopening at our new lake bottom location. Yeah, nice lake. Don't lakes have more, I don't know, water? Did the Zoras who live upriver do something? Or is it a curse from that spirit that floats around up there? Whatever, it's not like I can go up and complain. That's way too high. Coming from the guy who's going to shoot me into the fucking sky. Yikes, it's a monster. Well, not really a customer. Let's go and make our way over. Now that we've spoken, well, listened to that guy. I'll go and trigger the fun part. What I referred to as the fun part before. He grabs the grass and calls the thing. I don't call it. For what reason does this bird become the servant of whoever blows that thing to that tune? I like how it has a saddle. Convenient. Alright, so we want to grab onto it or something. But Midna has to actually give us the prompt, I believe. Let's run after it. I'm quite sure that we are relying upon Midna. Here we go. Or maybe not. What's Midna gonna do? Oh! You can actually grab me and it has nothing to do with initiating what I'm expecting to do, which is to control you. What the hell? Alright, I'll wait for you to come down. I will be patient. Come on. What is going on? Usually I can get this started sooner than this. I don't know what needs to be done. I'm clearly not supposed to be... You've got to be joking! The point is I'm clearly not supposed to be grabbed by him, because this happens. It has nothing to do with riding him or taking control of him or anything like that. This is complete crap. Yeah, good on you. Now come down. What the fuck? I think I need to attack him before he attacks me, that's the point. I have to be in position for that. There we go. Strangely harder than it might look. Don't know why. Makes no sense. I'll go and kill you. You can just lie down on the ground. I will patiently wait. Now that you're dead. It's time for us to actually begin the thing that I was talking about. Hey, stop it. I'm your new master now. Settle down. Hey, why don't we use this guy to get us all the way to the lake's water source? Good idea. We will indeed be controlling this thing. As it's trumpeting away. Alright. So we can press A to dash, as is described. That allows us to move forwards rather quickly. And we can actually change our direction while dashing. There's no real reason not to dash. There's quite a variation in altitude, by the way. You can go low and quite high as well. Might go above this one. There's nothing that will really cause trouble. You're not going to mess up. There's a separate part of the game where we do this twice, actually. Or for a second time, more specifically. And that will relate to the gathering of insects of darkness. We use the dash to attack the insects of darkness. And that's a little harder than this. This is just getting through the location. If anything, it serves as a warm-up for what we will have to do later. And now we aim for that keyhole-looking thing. The bright light. There's quite a series of events leading up to the dungeon. There's a lot to do. Which was why that I was grateful that I had taken care of a few things at the end of the last video, so that I didn't have to do them here, because there is indeed a lot to do. If you heard that, that was the sound of a howling stone, but I don't know if I have access to that quite yet. We will see. We're already here, that bird turned out to be more useful than I expected. Well then, where's the village of the Zoras? Let's look for it. It's getting cold, hurry up. Will do. Looks like we can actually access the howling stone. Oh, no we can't. I'm talking out of my arse. Hello, woman with large hair. You don't need to shake it around like that. I don't know what's going to come out of it if you do that. I mean, what are those Zoras up to anyway? The river's totally run dry, right? I can't work like this. I'm going to shake my hair around. Cold. I miss my fur coat. Well. Don't part with it then. Would be the easy solution. I don't even know where I go from here, to be honest. We'll work it out, I suppose, but maybe Midna will give me a Z prompt to cross. No? Alright. Maybe we want to go down. I suppose we want to go down. Very well. We don't want to go that way. We're going upriver. Basically, Zora's domain is frozen over. And there is a way to actually remedy this. But you will have to wait and see what that is for when we reach the top of Zora's domain. Now, this location will require Midna's assistance for us to traverse it. We will be going upwards. And we can't do it on our own. We will need Midna's help. I'm going to pour another beer. Wherever here it is. It's not too far away, it's literally right in front of me. I was wondering where my bottle opener is, my trusty bottle opener. Alright. Midna is obviously expressing some concern about the fact that what should be a big lake, essentially, is in fact frozen over. That is a lot of froth. Look at that. Fucking hell. Oh well. We'll have to let it sit for quite some time. Look at that. It's half the fucking glass, practically. Not in actual fact. Because you can see there's a bulb here, which is where most of the liquid is contained. If you were to have liquid here, that would not be as much as what is contained here, obviously. So it's technically not half of the glass, but it does look that way. But it's still a lot of bloody froth. I thought it was getting colder, but who would have thought that it would be all frozen? This is the Zora village, right? Why don't I see any then? It's because they're all frozen in the water. Or in what was the water. Frozen in the ice, I suppose I should say. Alright, so to make our way upwards, we need to go through the frozen falling water from the waterfall that was previously here. And we got our first Z prompt, but I was way too slow on the mark. I think we can get up from here. Let's go. Will do. I would rather not be hit by this thing. And I think it can happen if you're too fast. There's an example of that just coming up. See, if I wait for you, then I don't have to worry about getting hit. Let's pull ourselves back up. That was nothing to do with something that I did wrong. Alright. And we're almost at our destination. In fact, we're basically here, having said that. And we do indeed have some of these guys to kill. I will kill the one that is on his own first. Alright, now for you two. Get over here. That is a warp point, and they are also dead. A portal is open here too, we can finally warp. If you want to breathe the air of the world of light for a moment, let me know, I'll take you there. Well, in actual fact, that is required for us to progress. Because there's something that we want to warp here. Whoa, hey, down, look below the ice. Yes, indeed. And there is a solution to this. It relates to the warping that I was talking about. Or at least the warping that I had alluded to. Those are the Zoras. Wow, this is really strange. What in the world happened? Hey, what do you want to do? We can't just leave them like this. I think all we need to do is thaw them out. It does us no good to just stand here thinking, let's leave and come back later. The portal should work for us. We need to find a way to melt the ice and then come back here. Alright, so let's press Z, and we should be given the option to warp. Now, we want to actually go to Death Mountain, which is this warp point here. In going to Death Mountain, we will be able to warp a very hot rock, I guess, for lack of a better way to refer to it. It did actually fall from the heavens, and there it is right there. This is the thing, this is the thing that's been here for a while now. I need to read this in a way that does not suggest that I somehow cannot understand English. This thing has been here for a while now, but it's still pretty hot. I'll warp that to Zora's domain. I can imagine that that's rather heavy, but fortunately that's nothing that Midna can't handle. Oh dear. And as this passes through the warp point, or through the portal I should say, it'll land in there, and it will thaw out the ice. Thus restoring this whole location to the way it should be. Although much faster than it really should, but it's not realistic. We can't treat it as a realistic thing. What I wonder is how the Zoras are doing with that giant thing slamming into the ice. It didn't hit anyone, did it? Is anyone missing a limb or a head after that turn of events? Who knew that something so dangerous would come in handy? Alright, the Zoras are safe now, so let's go. The ice melted and restored the water flow to normal. Can we finally meet the spirit of Lake Hylia? I don't know if we can. Well, I don't know if talking to anyone here is necessary or helpful. But I know that the spirit of Lake Hylia isn't here. At least she shouldn't be. Actually, she does make an appearance eventually. I think in this very location. Where, I don't know. Maybe she'll... Yeah, here we go. Wait. Now she shows herself. Please, you must allow me to thank you for revitalizing both my people and this spring, which is the water source for all the lands of Hyrule. In life, I was the elder of this Zora village and the queen of my people. I was called Rutella. Not to be rude, but we didn't exactly do it for you guys. Well, you see, the rudeness was not in what you said, but rather the totally unnecessary yawn that you just performed. And that was not necessary at all. That was profoundly discourteous. The Dark Ones, they raided this village and, as a message to my people, executed me before them. Well, there you go. Young man, you who take the form of a proud beast, that's at least a little better than blue-eyed beast. I have something to ask of you. When the Dark Ones descended upon our village, I sent my young one, Rales, to Hyrule Castle to inform Princess Zelda of our fate. But I fear danger followed him from this doomed place. I feel it. His presence grows fainter to me over time. But my time in this world has passed, and though I would give it gladly, I no longer have a life to risk in his rescue. Please, would you save my dearest Prince Rales? If you do this thing, I will bestow upon you the protection of water. What kind of translation is that? If you do this thing. Now the word thing is totally unnecessary. Remove that word and it will be perfectly correct. As opposed to incorrect, which is what this is. I mean, I guess this isn't incorrect, but it's terribly awkward. If you do this thing. This power will grant you the ability to swim and respire in very deep water, as if you were a Zora. Please, save my son. So, if we help her, she'll grant you the power to swim in deep water like a Zora, huh? So, what do you say, hero? Oh, but now that I think about it, I don't suppose you should meet the prince as a wolf, huh? So, no hurry to return you to the world of light then, huh? Or so you think. Anyway. Now that all of that has been done, Lake Hylia, which would have previously been, well actually we did see it, we confirmed it with our own eyes, Lake Hylia did have water but there wasn't much of it. Now the water source has been restored, and therefore Lake Hylia will be full. Looks like the shock of that impact not only raised the water level, but sped up the flow too. This water should flow all the way down to the lake. Why don't you let it take you there? Will do. This is also another fun part of the game. Look how fast I go. Don't know why he feels the need to howl, as if he's in danger. He seemed perfectly fine with it when he was falling down the waterfall. If there was a time for him to start howling, it would be when he's literally falling from the top of the mountain. Seriously. Or maybe that was another waterfall. Ugh, aren't you awake yet? Look, we got washed all the way down to Lake Hylia, just as I predicted. And it looks like we're right in front of the Spirit Spring, to boot. Talk about lucky. Well, let's go. Snap out of it and get to the Spirit. Well, geez. I will do what I can. Now we can finally acquire that Spirit Vessel I was talking about. Imagine if I were to read it at the speed that they really wanted me to. I am the last of the spirits of light. I mean, seriously, we would all be asleep, including myself. The last of the spirits of light consumed by Twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods. You have done well to make it this far. I mean, seriously. Gather my scattered tears of light that were stolen by shadow. Gather them in this. What's this thing? It's very nice of them to describe what its purpose is. I think I would know by now. I'm sure you by now know. Or, he said it the other way around, but the point is, that the forms that these dark insects take when they seal our light in the shadow realm of Twilight, the insects are invisible like the humans of this world. Collect my light. Lift the final cloud of Twilight that threatens to cover all of Hylia. Excuse me. Yes, I will do so. As you have decided for me to do. Alright. There is our first insect of darkness. Indeed, as per usual, they are marked. But they are spread out across various locations this time. They're very much spread out, actually. Come on. The next one will be over here. Oh, let's deal with these guys first. Again, I'm always happy to do this, because they do become warp points that are very useful later on. We'll definitely be making use of this warp point later. On 2 very important occasions at the very least. But we'll probably be using it more than twice. You are the one who's on his own, so... Oh, damn it. That probably didn't work out well. So hopefully I can bring you here. Get over here. Well, I'll try that again. I thought that that previous one was the one that was on his own, but that was not true. This one here is on his own. These two are close to each other. Come on. Don't be shy. Are you kidding me? I succeeded in targeting you with that attack. Bloody game. I'm going to ask that you be slightly more cooperative. Although it's not in your best interest to be cooperative. Oh, come on. I do realise that it's not in your best interests to be cooperative. You two. Because it will result in death. Whereas to not cooperate will result in at least delayed death. But death is death, you see. You are delaying that which is inevitable. So just be nice. And let me kill you. Midna is yawning. I can only apologise that I've not entertained her sufficiently. Where am I going? Here we go. See, I thought this was going back the way that I had come. Because I was up. Well, I was about to say that I was disorientated previously, but I'm clearly still disorientated. Because I'm jumping off things that I shouldn't be. Let's try that again. I'll have to go over here. Just finding the closest thing that I can actually climb onto. Which seems to be this. Oh no, it's the bridge here. There we go. Oh. Don't know what Midna was going on about there, but it wasn't important. At least not right in this moment. I will go back there soon. Right, no, don't you dare fall off there. Fucking hell. See, it's not clear because there's a decline there. Alright. You can die. For my benefit. Very good. Now, I do believe that the vessels get larger and larger. I think this is the largest vessel that we've had so far. So, it will be a bit of a process to get this done, but at least it's the last of its kind. That's one good thing. Let's see what Midna's going on about. Just over here. Oh, fuck off. I'm going far too quick. Climb on up. If you blow that grass there, the monster bird that was just here should come back. Yes, I will do that. But not just yet. As I said before, that will be necessary when we are collecting insects of darkness. But we need to collect the ones that are here first before we do that. I mean, we don't need to, but I think that's a good idea. Hello. Don't be shy. Here we go. Very good. At least it's only a one hit. And then it's dead. A single hit. I'm describing the nature of its health as a one hit. But anyway. Sort of like a one hit health bar sort of thing. There is one insect of darkness apart from the rest, which is a little annoying. I could always leave that as the last one, but I won't. It's actually good to leave this as the last one. It works a little better with the appearance of the final one. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see what I mean later on. Good day. Actually, come to think of it, I'm low on rupees, so I will go and dig here and get a few more rupees. Seems like there are a few hanging around. Or hearts in this case. Come on! In the case of these shiny zones, you really do need to wait for the prompt, otherwise it won't work. It's not that way for the insects though when they're underground, as has been previously demonstrated and explained. Alright. So now we want to go and engage with that grass that Midna drew our attention to before. And it will be round 2 of what we dealt with previously. Flying through that cave system on the back of that trumpeting creature. Alright. Oh, never mind. I'm being foolish. It is a howling option now. Well, always was, really. I was expecting a Z prompt. Okay. Now the obedient flying creature will fly down. And again, as I said before, this will be necessary for gathering more insects of darkness. You have no choice but to do what I'm about to do. In other words, you have no choice but to do it twice. You can't just do it once and then that's it. This isn't some gratuitous celebration of the enjoyment that I get from flying around with this guy. It is required. Okay. Off we go. We'll keep ourselves at low altitude for now. Oh yes, we do need to use our sense here. It will make life easier. So this one. It's actually harder than you think, and you don't want to go past it. Getting on target, not that easy. See, I missed them. They're fucking small. You can only hit them when you're dashing. If you're not dashing, doesn't work. Alright, there's that one. Now I need to slow right down. Otherwise this other one is not going to get ahead of me. Here we go. This was the first one that we saw. There is a perspective issue here. But you can see that they've introduced all of the insects of darkness that we need to kill fairly early on. We've got the whole length of this area to be able to kill them. But having said that, we don't want to forget that we need to keep our altitude high. Otherwise we will fuck this up. Alright, he's dead. And we're done. Now we just have to get through. Well, I said keep our altitude high. It turns out that I'm dead wrong. In fact, this is a little different to the last time. But yeah, it might not be clear when you're watching, but the perspective is a little confusing. And that's done. So I think we continue up as high as we can go in Zora's domain, and then You're basically just following the insects of darkness as we go. You can see that now that the water level has risen, this bridge that was, well, I don't know if it, yeah, it is intended to be a bridge. It's sort of a buoyant bridge. And like so, we can now cross. Although I don't know where this insect of darkness is. Where the hell is it? Oh, no, it's not under... It's not in here, is it? No. Where the hell is it? It should be right here. Oh, we need to talk to her, that's right. It's one of those. What's that? A bug? Ew, nasty. Why is it so big? Golly, I'm so sick of roughing it in the boonies. Well, I don't know. Your brother is also in the boonies, you know. What, are you a city girl? You don't look it. Alright. So we now have access to that howling stone. We will take care of that first and foremost. I don't want to forget it. Well, I'm not interested in them right now. Strangely, this is the most memorable song in the game for me. I don't know why. Hold on, I have to start it here. The second and third notes are very quick. The rest are fairly slow. And that's what you need to remember. And then we have to do it again. As I said, the fact that you can't skip this makes no sense. The first time, sure. But after that, I deserve to attach more value to my time. But no. There is technically a slight difference each time because the song changes, but it's still, you're still sitting there watching the same thing, so I see no reason to have to watch that. Anyway, that would be my impression of it. There's another golden wolf, although I don't think I've actually gone to the other golden wolf. There was one that we unlocked. That's right, he was in Farron Woods, yeah. Or Ordon. Is he in Ordon or Farron Woods? There he is. So there's one there. And there's one there. We're going to go to both of them once we are able to turn into a human. I just forgot to do it last time. It's not a big deal that we forgot to do it last time. In other words, before we entered this part of the Twilight, because you can see that because we're a wolf, we can't really make use of that skill right now, so it doesn't matter. So, we'll worry about that later. For the moment, we have been pointed in the direction of these Zoras here. So let's talk to them. Do you think Prince Ralis passed through here? He must have. This is the only waterway that connects to Hyrule Castle. Come, let's follow this path and search for him. That's a hint. It means that we must go the same way. And we shall do just that. At least Link's not howling this time. Woo! Well, not quite at that pitch, but it's more like woo! Actually, I can't even remember it, so that's only a guess. Alright. Now, I will check the map to make sure that we're not missing any insects of darkness. There's one there. And there's a whole lot over there. Alright. As far as reaching that spot, I don't even know how to get there. Oh, we can warp there, that's right. No problem. Let's not forget that we have warping capabilities. I seem to recall that that had tripped me up in the past. I was like, how do I get there? Oh, I have warping capabilities through Midna. I can press Z and warp to Zora's domain like that. And I will do so. The only reason why I'm being taken in this direction is so that I may access that Orb of Light. Because we don't want to talk to Rallis in our wolf form, and quite frankly we can't interact with him anyway. So... once we get that Orb of Light, we will leave the location, because it's worth noting that you can't actually warp inside a location. You have to actually be in open Hyrule Field in order to warp. Well, that's actually not true. It's just there are certain locations where you can't warp, and one of them is Hyrule Castle Town. Alright. You are the one who is on his own, so you shall die first. Good night. Now for you, Ted. Goodbye. As far as that medicine scent that I was talking about before, you know, quite frankly, it may be necessary for me to not record the dungeon. Because I'm not really willing to do much more than 2 hours, I think, this time around. And I think it will be comfortably around 2 hours by the time I get to the point where I've reached dungeon number 3. Which is kind of crazy, but that's what we're looking at the moment. That's how long it's taking. So I guess that's what we'll do. We will stop just before we reach temple number 3. And I think it is correct to say that we need to do more leading up to the dungeon this time than in any other time before this point. And there's the Orb of Light, as I said it would be. Alright, so we can actually go here. This will be faster. This gets us outside. Oh, you fuckers. What's going on here? I don't know. Oh, Angry Goron. I have a limited supply of hot spring water. The race goes to the swift, as it is said. Well, I find that a great way to serve the water is to serve it. If there's a limit, then that's great, but you're not serving it to anyone, so therefore the line will not move. No one's going to get it before anyone else if you don't serve it to anyone. That is the point. Alright. I'm just annoyed that I can't leave the area faster. I have to go this way. That was another exit point out of Castle Town, but I just can't access it right now. What they're using the spring water for, I couldn't say. Maybe for their skin. I'm going to stick my face in some spring water today, darling. Something along those lines. No doubt. Alright, there are quite a number of insects of darkness over here, so we will go and gather those. And then I think the final insect of darkness will appear. So in other words, if you count the number of insects of darkness that are in this location, and then relate that to the number of open slots in your soul vessel, or in your light vessel, and find that there is a discrepancy of 1, then that's natural. It's supposed to be that way, because there is actually an insect of darkness that only spawns when all but 1 have been killed. As far as where this one is, I don't know. Do I have to talk to you? No. It's somewhere. Oh, apparently that did something. I don't even know where you were, but apparently that helped. I mean, I did what I did instinctually, and it worked. Follow your instincts, as they say. Alright. Come on down. That's the only one in this particular spot. The rest are further down. Upstream, as they say. Downstream, rather. Downstream means you follow the water down. Upstream, excuse me, means you follow the water up. Bloody beer. Let's drop down. Oh, dropped a little further than I wanted to. We do need to make our way up from here, but actually not as far as you might expect. That is assuming that I can work out where I need to go. Hold on. There we go. Cross that. I don't know if there was a better way for me to drop down. There might have been, but... So I think I want to go across here. Once I'm on this side, I don't think I want to go higher. I think I want to go straight ahead instead. Is that right? Almost right. Stop. Nah. Fuck. Alright. Now we want to stay at this level. We don't want to continue up there. We want to go this way. I've done that before. I did not intend to jump off there. That is the point. And I always make that mistake of accidentally jumping off in that moment. Oh well. Patience really is a highly valued... How do I say? Sometimes I do lose my words. Oh, that's what it is. That's why I didn't think of it. It's because the word that I was going to use was already used. I was going to say... I was practically wanting to say a highly valued value, which would be ridiculous, as if I would say that. That's why I was literally sitting there not knowing what to say. It's because my brain was like, well, you've already used that word, Doomling, so I can't use that right now. Anyway, let's go and get that, let's say highly valued trait, for God's sake. Alright. Now we can jump down. We've got some insects of darkness over here. We'll go and take care of them. Good night. Yeah. Now for you. It does help to have a bit of leeway to jump. In other words, we need space to be airborne while we do our attack. Alright. Now there's one more here, and as you can see, we need two more. So this will be the second to last. Oh, I see you.
I see you.
Which is a reference. A Castlevania reference. Relating to the games, however, not the show. I feel like if I say Castlevania, people will now assume that I'm somehow referring to the show. Which is not true. I haven't even watched the bloody show. Alright, there should be one more. Where could the last tier be? There it is! Oh my god, there it is. What's going on? This is weird. Yeah. Let's now follow the water down. Actually, there might be a chest over here. I seem to recall there being one. Yep. And it's rupees. It's like 50 rupees or 20. You know, I actually did remember it being 10, but I thought, no, that's too low. It has to be more than that. No, it's not. It is 10. Fucking hell. I'm actually insulted by that. Alright. I think the Japanese playthrough that I did was the same in that I didn't do the Lakebed Temple in the same recording that I performed all the tasks leading up to reaching the temple. Oh, where am I going? How do I get to Lake Hylia? That way? But that way's blocked. And that takes me to... Oh, whatever. I will do whatever they want me to do. Oh, I know what to do. I have warping capabilities. I always forget these things, you see. We're warping to Lake Hylia, thank you. Lake Hylia. And now that we're here, we will get this cutscene. What is that thing in the water? Well, you're about to find out. Not right now, because you can't see it. I need to use my sense for us to see it. The reality is that you don't want to see it. But we're going to be looking at it. Just you wait. It might end up being less than 2 hours, this particular recording. I will do absolutely everything before entering the dungeon. Everything that needs to be done. I'm going to guess that it's 1 hour and 40 minutes. But I will be physically standing in the dungeon when I finish this video. Be assured of that. It's just that recording in the mornings my time is not really working out for me at the moment. All these bubbles are a bit off-putting. Ideally you would be using your sense before this part in the cutscene. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? It is disgusting. This is the most disgusting thing of the game. It's absolutely gross. Don't go anywhere near it while it is creating that lightning effect. There's no use attacking the thing. If it's got that purple lightning effect. Don't do it. Oh. The train has left the station. Look at it go. It's fucking flying in. Don't know how many times we have to attack it, but basically the final part of the fight is this fat insect lying on its back on the water, and then we attack all of its weird, floppy, I don't even know what to call them, protrusions, I guess. Here we go. How do we hit them all? Like this. Now, how Link has developed the ability as a wolf to jump back and forth while using only the surface of the water as a jumping point? I don't know. Some sort of Christ-like ability has been developed by Link, clearly. I was not given any notice of this skill development. Nobody let me know. It just happened, apparently, and fortunately, we now have a, I guess, filled light tier vessel thing. You make sure to get that last fuse shadow now. See you later. Having said that, I think we have to do the thing with Hylia now. Yeah, there is a lot more to do before we access this dungeon. There's a lot more to do. There's at least another 30 to 40 minutes worth of stuff to do, so I don't have to worry about this being less than 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm getting slow down in this cutscene. Interesting. Snake Spirit. My name is Lanayru. Your efforts have at last restored each of us light spirits in Hyrule. O hero chosen by the gods, the dark power that you seek. It waits in a temple set in the bed of Lake Hylia. But before seeking it, you must now bear witness to something, and never forget it. You must know that it was the will of the goddesses that we lock away the forbidden power. Oh god, creepy cutscene. This is the creepy cutscene. Lanayru has problems. I don't know what Lanayru's issue is, but Lanayru's got an issue. I'll just let you enjoy it. I won't read it or anything. There's the Triforce. Where she got a dagger, I don't know. There's the first creepy part of the cutscene. But it's not the only creepy part. This is where shit gets creepy. Wait, no. It gets creepier later on. There's one particular part of the cutscene. It's not as bad as Not Take Mirror, but it's still pretty bad. Not Take Mirror is nightmare fuel. That is the only appearance of Shadow Link, by the way. Here we go. I'm not in a reading mood right now. That's the creepy part. No one wants to see that. No person in this world either wants to or needs to see that. And yet we see it every time we play this game. I still love this game, but no one needs to see that. O hero chosen by the goddesses, beware. Those who do not know the danger of wielding power will before long be ruled by it. Never forget that. As I said, Lanayru has actual problems. But it's fine, because Lanayru is about to be put in his place. I think it's male. The dark power that you seek is within the sleeping lakebed temple in Lake Hylia. Well, you're about to see what I mean when I say that Lanayru will be put in his place. Or apparently not. Maybe that happens after this dungeon. That's exactly right. Yeah. See, I'm confused. I thought that I had to... I thought Zant was going to appear, but that's later on. Really, my memories of this game are not clear. Anyway. I think we now want to go to... Oh, let's see what you have to say. Alright, this is the real thing. Hurry up and find the last few Shadow. I guess it's in the lakebed temple of Lake Hylia, but can you swim? I can, but I need the Zora Tunic from the woman. And by the woman, I do of course mean the... Is it the Queen of Zoras? Is that who she is? What's her name again? Some derivative of Ruto. Laruta? No, it's... some sort of Ruto-esque name, in other words. I will hopefully have enough rupees to do this. I need him to shoot me up, basically. And I don't mean like, you know, give me an injection of heroin, I mean shoot me out of a cannon. Give it a shot. Special repairs, again, has no business being there. Special repairs is an option for much later on in the game. Much later on. Alright. Off we go. He ends up shooting me to another guy who has a minigame that we will engage with. We will indeed do this guy's minigame. What does Midnight have to say? Whoa, that reminds me of something. Didn't the late Queen of Zora's domain ask you to do something? She asked us to find her son, the one who's been missing since he headed for Hyrule. I think she said something about granting you some special power if you rescued him. If the final piece of fused shadow is on the bottom of Lake Hylia, then it looks like we're going to need that ability. Well, would have been nice for you to figure that out earlier on, Midna, but sure. Now, this is the guy who's going to give us a piece of heart that I was talking about before. When I said that there was a piece of heart for us to acquire in Lake Hylia, this is the one that I was talking about. This man, by the way, is pregnant with that other guy's child, in case you were wondering. He's also got an acorn on his head. Now, I think we want to get the brown chicken. I don't know why. I think the brown chicken is a good chicken to choose. So get the fucking thing. Just pick it up. Pick it up. Alright. And then we use the chicken in this way, which is quite frankly misusing the chicken. I don't think the chicken appreciates this. As you can clearly see, the chicken is terrified. Which begs the question, is this animal abuse? It's worth mentioning that the rotating chest on the target is not really important to aim for. I barely missed every single one of those. So I will try that again. Usually what I do is I aim for the heart piece chest, which is actually not the one on the rotating platform. The one on the rotating platform is 100 rupees, as I recall, which will reimburse us if we've had to use a lot of rupees to get it, usually. I mean, it's technically a reimbursement no matter what, but you might end up using more than 100 rupees in the end. Hopefully not. I think it's 22 retry if you include the cost of being shot out of this cannon. We can, by the way, skip this, fortunately. Thank God for that. We will do that again. Go down the ladder. I don't ask for much. I just ask to at least be able to, actually carry out the ladder mechanics. Oh, it's 30 rupees. Shit. Okay. I'll pick this chicken up again. Oh, having said that, we do get rupees when we play, normally. What do you want, man? Oh. I don't have enough money to try again. Let's go and get some more money. It won't take long. We just need to cut grass. Link the gardener. Here we are in Hyrule Field. There's some grass over there and that should do us. Just as well, I am rather patient. I do not want a heart at this time. That's not what I'm looking for. Come on. This is ridiculous. Usually I get single rupees every now and again. This is not happening at all right now. I was not expecting these rupees to be so hard to come by, or at the very least this grass being so utterly bereft of finances. Oh, there we go. 1 rupee, yeah. I might get rupees from these guys, though. You never know. Fuck all is what I got from them. I was not expecting this to be so terrible. There is a process to doing what I was doing before. In other words, the minigame with the Kuko, but this is not working in my favor. Not even remotely. What should I do? I can deliver a golden bug to Agatha. That's what I can do. Do I have 1 or 2 golden bugs right now? Just 1. I'm concerned. I think if I only have one golden bug, instead of getting rupees from her, I think I will only get a wallet. I'm pretty sure. She might give me 50 rupees and a wallet upgrade, or just a wallet upgrade. I can't remember now. Which is bothersome. I wish I could remember. What I'm going to do, sorry for bumping the microphone if I did do that. I'm going to go to the bathroom quickly, and we will continue the search for rupees after that point. I am back. Alrighty. Let's go and get those rupees. It is my honest belief that I only need to get 20. I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, I'm gonna get these 20 rupees and then still fuck it up. No. I think I'll be alright. I was being overzealous with that rotating chest. What I was expecting to be able to do, and you saw that I was pretty close to actually achieving my objective, although my objective was likely unknown to you, I was ultimately expecting to grab onto the edge of it, and I was very close to doing that. But not quite close enough. Not close enough to achieve what I was looking to do. But again, I kept my objective hidden from you, so there you go. There's always a possibility that these rupees won't respawn. Oh, hello, Staldog. Do you have rupees for me? Stashed away in your... You do? Well, hello. It's very nice of you, isn't it? That's all I needed. I'll get some rupees back in playing the game. And I shouldn't need to do it again. I can live without the 100. The 100 is... if you're feeling extra lucky. And I definitely got the 100 at least in one of my previous livestream playthroughs. I don't think I'll be doing it this time though. We'll see how things go. Oh, what's with the slowdown here? Flight by foul, yes indeed. The only thing that's foul around here is you. Alright. Going this way is best, I believe. I think this is the only direction that will give you a blue rupee. So the ideal technique here is to actually let yourself lower down naturally. This is bad. This is so bad. I fucked that up so hard. I fucked that up. I completely fucked that up. I'm an idiot. I'm actually an idiot. Oh well. There is a Poe here, but I can't do anything with it, because I can't just transform it. I can try it again. I can try it again, at least. And I will do that. Alright. These rupees are sort of consolation prizes. Because these are not good enough. Okay, so 41 rupees. You can see my rupee counter, that's good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm actually not going to do everything that I can to reach the end of this. I'm not feeling like I want to. When I say that, that's very abstract. I mean that I'm not going to do everything that is required to reach the Lakebed Temple. That's what I mean. Because I think there's actually quite a bit involved in it. Oh, that's right, I was given the option to skip last time. So I should have done that. Got a bit of brandy here. It's been there since this morning. Alright. Don't grab on again. I don't know why I'm getting slowdown in this area. I can't remember if I was getting slowdown here in the Japanese version or not. I've probably always had to deal with slowdown here, it's just I never really noticed. Alright, I would like you, Mr. I think the brown one's the best one, I really do. I think the black one and the white ones are not as good as this one. But I could be completely full of shit. Do not quote me on it. Do not use it as some sort of advice. Like serious advice, don't do it. Now the problem last time was that I had too much momentum. I need to reduce my momentum before allowing myself to fall. So now I'm already reducing my momentum, like so. Here we go. This is much, much better. Much better. You motherfucker! You... You all saw that. Every single one of you saw that. That was complete shit. None of that made any sense. I completely and utterly disavow that result. That had nothing to do with me, it had everything to do with the fact that this game is trying to fuck with me. That's what's going on right now. Alright. Now, the frustrating thing is that I have to go and get 10 rupees somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm gonna fucking find some rupees. You better believe I will. But I'm pretty pissed right now. Alright. My hope is that another Saldog is going to appear and give me another 5 rupees. Oh no, of course the fucking sun is about to rise. Don't you dare, I need a Saldog. Saldog cometh. Come hither. There you are. Now there's no guarantee he's going to give me a blue rupee, but I can fucking pray. Get over here. Just die now. Die. You are not the one. Okay, here we go. There's a fucking blue rupee. 2 blue rupees. Ha ha ha. Alright. I get another attempt at this. I'm telling you, that was crap before. I'm not putting up with that shit. I will try again. Who the fuck would put up with that? Certainly not me. I know myself fairly well. And I know that I'm not putting up with that shit. Alright. Onward to victory. So asserts Doomlink. I like how he prances out of the way. He doesn't walk out of our way, he prances out of our way. You fucking chicken. Get over here. You're my victory chicken, although I have done nothing but fail with you up until this point. So I don't know if you really are my victory chicken. I've designated you as such, but that might not be a sensible designation. That might be wishful thinking that has ultimately resulted in 0 success. Alright, so I reduce momentum now. Come on, baby. Perfect. Absolute perfection. That is how we do things around here. Now what we want to do is we want to hang off and then drop here. There we go. This is the heart piece, ladies and gentlemen. Hello? You know what it is? You know what it is? It must be the HD version that has somehow overwritten my memories of this game. That was a heart piece in the HD version, but for some reason, my memories of the HD version have actually changed my memories of the original version, which is insane, because I know for a fact that that is a heart piece in one of the versions. Apparently not this one. Now, it's alright because I've got 159 rupees, which is far more than what I started out with, but I was wanting to achieve something a little more tangible than just getting lots of rupees. I don't need a whole lot of rupees right now. I don't feel like I'm in need of them. This is some garbage. Whatever. Apparently. I just have to suck it up. And deal with it. What am I doing now? I don't even know. I feel betrayed. I actually feel betrayed. So, can I acquire the golden bug that I'm thinking of? There's one in this general area, but I think I need a claw shot for it. We're going to find out, because I will actually check. I don't know if there's grass to blow around here. In other words, I don't know if I can call Epona in this exact spot, but we're going to find out. I can. I can indeed. Which is off key. Ignore that. Alright. The golden bug in question is over here. And it may require... Oh. It may require... the claw shot. We're going to find out. It's through here. But I can't remember exactly where. I don't know if I would be able to see it by riding along through like this. Okay. Oh, some rupees here. Let's get some more rupees, shall we? It'll be much easier on foot than on horseback to get those rupees. Now, I do believe that the golden bug that I was talking about is over this way. So let's have a bit of a look. I'll snoop around a bit, and if I can't see it, then I'll move on. I swear to God it's here. Haven't seen it though. You know what? I can live with this. I'm admittedly going so fast that I probably wouldn't be able to see it if it was there. But what I'll do is I will make my way to Agatha, and I'm going to get myself a big old-fashioned wallet upgrade. Oh, that is something for me to do. I'd completely forgotten about this. I need to learn the ways of the sword, ladies and gentlemen. I will do that before finishing this recording, without a doubt. Hello, hello. I love that he draws his sword like he's in danger. He knows exactly what this wolf is, and who this wolf is, yet he draws his sword to defend himself. He's not very smart for the hero of time. We meet again. You have little more of the look of a hero than you did before. Do you feel ready to learn your next skill? I do. Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the ending blow. Come at me. Take this. Excellent. It appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well, my second skill is the shield attack. Let it be hewn into your mind. Very well. Can't remember what the third one is, though. Might be the super spin or something like that, I don't know. Or helm splitter, I'm not sure. There are a lot of attacks. You know what? It's probably the roll around attack. You will always learn them one at a time. So let's say, for example, we were to go to the one in Farron Woods before this one. We would still learn this skill from the one in Farron Woods, because it goes, you know, sword skill 1 to sword skill 2 to sword skill 3. That's the point. It's in order of when you find the wolf, not which specific wolf you locate. The shield attack I've just taught you can also be used to repel an enemy's projectile attacks. Would you like to practice? Yes, I will do so. Take that. Oh, come on. Oh, I must lock on to do it, irons. I tried to. You didn't give me a prompt. Well, rather than give me a prompt, I feel like I did press the button and it didn't work. Alright. Good on me. That's actually not even a sword skill, that's a shield skill. This guy's lying to me. How is that a secret sword art? That's a fucking shield attack, man. It is by definition, by its very name, a shield attack, not a sword attack. So the guy's lying to me. I'm sick of him already. Take that fucking shield attack. Alright. I suppose because I'm already here, I may as well go and see Agatha. But I will make my way to the horse who refuses to ascend stairs. And yet this is the steed of the hero of time. Useless creature. I've come to deliver a letter. 2 letters, in fact. Well, my business is concluded. At least he doesn't fucking read my letters like the one from Phantom Hourglass. That guy needs to learn the concept of privacy. Finally, we've finished the production on a new type of bomb. That is indeed water bombs. We might actually get them before we continue to the next dungeon. The Lanayru Tourist Association has prepared a grand tour of natural splendor. Our current main attraction is Isa and Henna's playground for grown-ups. I feel like that has a different connotation to what they are intending to put across to me. Playground for grown-ups. I mean, it really does conjure up images of... I don't even want to explain what's in my mind right now, but it's not good. It's not Nintendo friendly. You'll find both immediately down the riverbank from the Zora waterfall pool. Okay. Isa's rapid ride and Henna's fishing hole. Yeah, great. If it's for grown-ups, I'd rather do it with Henna. Thank you very much. Don't know about Isa. Isa can take her giant hair somewhere else, quite frankly. Whereas Henna, I'll bone that. She's got freckles. Okay. I just walked through a person. I have entered this location with such confidence that I'm willing to walk through a solid object. Not just an object, but a solid human being. And I've done so. Without any pause whatsoever. Alright. Let's go and meet a stalker. Are you guys ready to meet a stalker? Nintendo deals with very adult themes such as stalkers. This is the man in question. What? What's up with you? You have some business at Agatha's castle? You don't look like you'd be a friend of hers. You don't either. You know what people call you? A peeping Tom. Now that might sound light-hearted and cutesy, but it's fucking not. There's nothing creepier than a person who looks through the window of a woman to try and get a glimpse of her. That's creepy. And he does it all day. That man is sick. Alright. Just thought I would make that very clear. Alright. Agatha's castle. Oh boy, I thought you were a giant grasshopper. But you're not a bug, you're a person. I'm glad that she's managed to determine that all on her own. Still, you're wearing those clothes, so that tells me you like bugs too. Oh boy, I forgot the formalities. You have an audience with the Princess of the Bug Kingdom. Agatha is my name. May I ask who crowned you? Who has given you this aristocratic status? And if you gave it to yourself, then why are you a princess and not a queen? The suggestion is that someone is of higher rank than yourself, which I'm sure you would not actually admit. I've invited the 24 golden bugs of the world to the ball, but I don't know if they've, or rather I don't know if they got lost on the way or what, but they're not here, that's for sure. I don't really know how a bug would be able to accept an invitation. I don't know how they would even be able to receive an invitation. So, this is definitely, no matter what, going to have to be a situation where I physically deliver the bugs to you. Because you're not going to go out there and get them yourself. Because you are an Ojo-sama type, as they say. If you see them, would you please bring them here to Agatha's castle? And tell them the princess awaits. I don't think that they would really take much interest in you, or the fact that you're a princess. Of anything, much less the bug world. Oh boy! If you have a bug with you now, please give it to me. The ball must begin. Well, have you brought a bug for Princess Agatha's ball? I've got a bug, alright. It's a single ant. It's a fucking ant. Do you know how small an ant is? Oh boy, who's your friend? Not only is she excited to be presented with a single ant, but she can even identify the fucking gender of the thing. Aren't you a little cutie? Maybe if you got out a magnifying glass, or even better, what do they call it again? Oh well, mental blank. Microscope, there you go. I did nearly say stethoscope, but I did stop myself, but I thought, you know, some fucking person would pick that out, so I'd better come clean. Little ant, I might mistake you for a grain and put you in my cereal. Well, that really does speak for itself, doesn't it? The point is that it's so small that you really wouldn't even notice it. Now, I don't know if she would like to eat it, or if she would be sad. I don't know if it would be a matter of the utmost displeasure for this person to eat that which she loves, but I think this is more of a thing where she would take pleasure in eating it. Oh boy, thank you so much. I'm so happy. You actually went bug hunting for me, didn't you? Yes, it was just for you. To be honest, I doubted you would. I guess some might consider me a poor-mannered princess. Not necessarily poor-mannered, but maybe retarded. From now on, if you bring me insects, I'll share my happiness with you. You can keep it in this. Okay. That can hold up to 600 rupees. That's a weird number. If any bug... I guess 300's my maximum, so it would make sense that 600 would be my next level up. If any bug becomes part of a pair, I think I'll be able to share great happiness with you. Don't get too happy. I think I can only handle so much of your happiness before it really overcomes me. If you know what I mean. Alright. So, I guess I'd better go to that wolf, as I said that I would. And I think that will conclude this recording. Once I get to that wolf and learn a new skill, I'll finish up. I've got a bit of a way to go though. In fact, I don't even know if I can reach that part of... No, I don't think I can go there yet. Because I don't think I can reach Farron Woods from the west. And I certainly can't reach it from the east because that bridge is broken, so... I think I've got no choice but to just leave that wolf alone for a while. And I seem to recall that being a problem in the past, but apparently that wasn't enough for me to go and speak to that wolf earlier than I have done. Unless I can access it from the west. Let's find out. Shall we? Let us indeed find out. All on our own, we will determine this for ourselves. Which is redundant, but thank you, Doom. Alright. This bridge here has not actually been destroyed. It was just lit on fire once in the Twilight realm. The bridge itself is a-okay, so we may cross it. This is where the golden bug is. I was misplaced. The golden bug that I was looking for previously is actually here. I just don't know where. Or maybe I'm wrong. There it is. I don't think I can use the boomerang to get it. I think it does require the hookshot. Well, it can be locked onto. Hey! Get over here, you motherfucker. A female mantis. Well, there you go. I had remembered it incorrectly. And it turns out that actually you can indeed use a boomerang to get it down. I never would have expected it, but that's the reality of the situation. I'll deliver that mantis later on though. In the meantime, I'm making my way to Farron Woods. I cannot open that. There is indeed a key to open this gate. Yeah, I am still live at the moment, Jim, but not for much longer. Okay, it turns out that I can't make my way to Farron Woods as I thought. Oh. I first thought that I could actually access the Farron Woods location, but I can't. I have to wait until after I complete this. Well, perhaps not complete this dungeon. I have to wait until at least I have engaged with the minigame that involves protecting Hylia from the attack upon the cart that she is travelling in. Has to do with saving the Zora boy, or whatever. Point of the matter being that we can't actually go to Farron Woods just yet. So I will therefore take myself back to Agatha's castle. But at least I've confirmed that. I mean, it wasn't a complete waste of time. We managed to get a golden bug and confirm that we can't access Farron Woods, so it wasn't a waste of time. Take it easy, Doomring. You're under control. The horse is really starting to sound like it's in pain. And quite frankly, I'm glad. I do not like Epona, and I've talked about this before, but I'm not an Epona fan. Although that is not to suggest that I'm willing to physically harm the horse. Although perhaps it is to suggest just that, because I apparently take pleasure in the sound of it being in pain. I don't actually remember It might be in the options, let's see. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the only way that you can change the language of the European version is to change it in the system settings. That would sound about right. I've never even attempted to, so there you go. But I would assume that's how it works, yes. Because they don't really imagine that you'd be able to use this disc on anything other than a European GameCube, and that's what I have, so yes, it would concur with whatever system language you've set on your GameCube. Oh, that slowdown, fuck me. Look at this, this has to be... I can't remember if when I was playing on my Japanese GameCube it was slowing down this much. It must have been. But this is pretty rough. Alright, let's go and pay a visit to old Agatha. You know what, I will continue for a while. I'll go and say hello to Agatha and maybe I'll do that side quest that I've been dreading. I don't know why I have such an issue with it. I wish I understood. Well, I do know why. It's because it's fucking annoying. I hate having to put out the fire with wind. It's ridiculous. Have you brought a bug for Princess Agatha's ball? Yes. Enjoy. Let's see what you have to say about the mantis creatures. Oh boy, who's your friend? He's not my friend. I haven't established a connection with this thing. I picked it up, put it in my pocket, and that was the end of it. And now I'm giving it to you. Little mantis, if I had sickles like that, I could slice onions better. Is that a roundabout way of saying that you want to cry? Are you like the self-harming type? I don't know. Oh boy, thank you so much, I'm so happy. Allow me to share this happiness with you. You got a purple rupee. Yeah. That's what I expected. Alright, let's go and say hello to the Zora boy. And to Hylia. Spoiler warning, Hylia's not going to recognize us. So it's not much of a reunion, it sort of is, but not really. We've probably only been apart from her for a few days in story terms, but a lot has happened in that time. And Link hasn't slept a wink. Poor guy. That is a Zora child. This is beyond my expertise. Take it easy. Quite frankly, I think your poor eyesight is beyond the expertise of most optometrists if you need glasses that thick to be able to see. Doctor, wait. If something isn't done, this child will... Reunion. Or not. Well, this isn't good. A human doctor won't do, huh? That old coot reminded me, though. I've heard of a shaman in Kakariko village in the Elden lands who's tended Gorons and Zoras. Yeah, and you've got the hots for him, although you don't know it yet. Is that true? Perhaps if we take him now. Inadvisable, too dangerous. But we can't turn a blind eye to a pretty girl in need either. It's not the girl who's in need, it's the bloody boy. Now if you have the hots for a young boy, then that's a different matter. But again, the girl's not in need. It's the boy who's in need. Yes, we'd better escort you, am I right, boys? Ugh. You can see the fat guy knows that he's not getting anything out of this. He's raising his fist in excitement only because he wants to be part of the group. To reach Kakariko, we've got to go, or rather, we've got to cross 2 plains. It'd be great if I could read. We've got to cross 2 plains that are each infested by dangerous beasts, but we'll be safe now. Yeah, because these guys are helping us, except that they are not. So, it's up to the young, handsome man in green to assist. Cowards, don't ever show your faces here again. Where else are they going to drink? Looks like we've got 1 young swordsman left. And not only that, but it looks like this brave young man will escort us. So get ready to go, honey. Pronto. Well, geez. He hasn't spoken a word and you've gone and assumed all this. You know that girl, don't you? It's a real shame. She can't even remember her own name right now. Bless her heart. She found this poor boy collapsed in the road, so she did all she could to save him. More courage in that girl than in all the soldiers of Hyrule, for sure. You lend your strength to her, you hear me? I absolutely am not in need of your commands. I don't need to be directed to do anything, quite frankly. I will do exactly what I feel like doing, and you're going to have to live with that. I have rights. As a man who walks around dressed in a green outfit. So you say the bridge to the east has been destroyed, huh? Then our only option is to cross the bridge to the west. Which now is, rather inconveniently, being patrolled by an obese green individual on an equally obese animal. You see what that means? Yeah, I think I can deal with it. You'll have to deal with that thing. I've dealt with it in the past. I'll be quite fine. Thank you so much for this. That's not an Hylia voice. That's a me being an idiot voice. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name? I transferred that information telepathically. Yeah, the visuals in this game are pretty good. I will never in all my life forget your kindness, Link. While she stares in a very absent-minded way in some direction while stating that. Little lady, I think you'd best save your thanks until we're safe in Kakariko. Yes, indeed. This swordsman of ours has great eyes, honey. They're proud and wild, like a feral beast. Might have something to do with the fact that he's been a wolf quite a lot lately, or been in wolf form. We need a beast right now, to keep the true ones at bay. If we make it to Kakariko safely, we'll just thank him then, okay? Oh, I didn't need that. Nothing about any of this required you to blow a kiss in my direction. In fact, I will actually be fighting with what you would call a... what do they call it again? A handicap, yeah. You ready to roll, Link? You've got to protect these young ones on the way to Kakariko. I really do not like this part of the game. This is probably my least favourite part of the game. People complain about the Wolf Link aspect to Twilight Princess and say, oh, I don't like Twilight Princess. You have to play as a wolf. Well, I hate this part. I can't stand it. Oh, if you can notice, time is actually passing as we're here in this text screen. That's kind of funny. I'm ready to go, sort of. I will equip the regular arrow. Or regular bow, rather. Regular bow and arrow, there you go. Yeah, it was dusk, and then it turned to night. This horse, I don't think this horse... well, I don't think either horse actually realises what they're getting into, but... hello. He's got 2 shields, this fucking guy. He's well organised. I don't think the shields really make much of a difference, though. It's more to intimidate you into performing a little better. But I don't think it really makes a difference. Let's find out. I do love this music, though. How good is it? Oh, well... oh, I understand. well, perhaps not. Yes, I was right. I need to shoot him with the bow first. Oh, come on. I have to wait for him to get to the other side, I think. Oh, no. I'm being an idiot. That's alright. So usually I'm used to reaching the end, and then holding forwards will automatically send me in the other direction. This time I had to press down, so that's really stupid. Alright, now we can hit him. Nope. We need to hit him with the bow, and also position ourselves so that we're not hit by the ball, that is the point. Annoying as it is. Really? Who has the patience for this? Not me. Not me. Oh! Okay. You just shoot him with the fucking bow and he dies. Seriously. Yeah, that sounds about right, Jim. Although I think it would depend on the timing. Keep up the good work, yeah. Well, you're lucky you're still alive, quite frankly. This green man could have stolen the girl and eaten her before your very eyes, and then maybe feasted upon you as some sort of dessert. I don't know. Although it wouldn't really be dessert, would it? It'd be like eating tripe for dessert, which some might do, but I think it'd be better to shoot you, actually. Are you fucking kidding me? Stop it. I generally don't shoot them, you know. That'd be great if I could be on target. I'm in position to put out the fire. Don't you worry about that. What I will do is ensure that I'm keeping up with them. Alright, let's unlock this gate. Take it easy. A bit of patience will do you well. You're pushing Epona, but that's actually helping to get this done faster, I will admit. I don't know how many lives King Bulblin has. Would not know. Can you please not do this right now? I don't even want to explain how that happened. It has to do with the fact that Epona is fucking useless. Actually, I can use my sword. Let's do that. There's no reason why I have to use the bow in that situation. Now, I think these, yeah, these things drop bombs. So, yeah. As long as these flying creatures can drop bombs, we will never progress through this part of the game. Annoying as it is. So, let's kill this thing. You can die, die, die. It's also a timing thing. The bombs are really what prevents you from continuing. We should be okay. Off you go. They're screaming rightly. Rightly so. Now, it'd be funny if I swung my sword and cut Hylia's head off accidentally or something. It wouldn't be funny if I had to do it again, but it would be funny if it happened, I guess, technically. Get out of here. Is this another lock? Yes, it is. Let's get that unlocked right now. There we go. You can scream all you want, you'll be alright. If you went to Kakariko Village with an entirely immolated cart, you'll be quite fine. That was a fairly successful run. I've definitely had worse. He has passed through the worst of it, As long as he rests, he should recover in due time. Apparently Colin is all happy about it. Do you know the fate of his mother? She dead. Her welfare consumes him. He's been mumbling deliriously about her almost constantly. She dead. I'll stay with him until he's better, no matter how long it takes, says Colin. Is that so? Thank you, Colin. Alrighty. Now that we've done that, we will be given our reward from the mother. So I guess I was lying when I said that I wouldn't do everything required to reach the next temple, because I may as well do it at this point. Is it true what they said about her? Yes, she has lost her memory, Colin, and regaining it will be no simple task. But it will be alright, child. If we just give her some time, I'm certain that Hylia will find her heart again. So, Colin, I'd like to ask you to stay in this village until then. It is our turn to show the courage that you have already displayed. Nice to see there's still hope out here, or hope here. And it's always good to see happy results repay your efforts. Those skills of yours, any chance you're of the mind to put them to use for Hyrule? Oh yes, that's what I'm doing right now. What hope there is in our kingdom is frail and dying, but there's still a group trying to do what it can. And I'm a member of that group. You keep your flirtatious crap out of my life. Call me Telma. Okay. I may just stay here a bit longer. I'm still worried about Hylia, and well, never mind about the rest. It's mostly the rest. It's mostly the rest. Link, I want to see you again at my bar, you hear me? Zelda OST is a big thing for me. It was a big thing of my past. I don't listen to much Zelda OST anymore, but definitely I listen to the soundtracks, and I have a lot of fond memories of those songs. And I still enjoy them, it's just that my TV volume's kind of low when recording these videos, so I don't hear the music as well, but yeah, I get to enjoy it when I'm watching the videos back, because the volume's always perfectly fine for the audience, as it should be. The bar is actually a kind of safe house for my friends. There's a passageway. I'm assuming those friends do not include those soldiers who ran off scared before. There's a passageway that leads to the castle from in there as well. If you ever need anything, stop by. I'll be waiting for you home. There's the mother. Instead of telling us where to go, she mysteriously leads us towards the graveyard. So we will follow her. I'm sure there would be an explanation as to why she can't just tell us where she wants us to go. But that's alright. We shall follow her. We are receiving a reward after all. I'd best not complain. And that rock that has been there from the beginning shall now disappear. literally disappear. Not crumble or do anything like that, it will disappear. Phase out of existence. Don't dive in. You're not going very far, Link. I'm deeply grateful to you for aiding my son in his time of need. You were right to bring him here. Kakariko Village is a sacred place for the Zora people. It is where we take our eternal rest. My husband in life, King Zora, also rests his spirit here. It is no coincidence my son found his salvation in this place. That which I have promised you is within this grave. During his lifetime, my husband granted garments specifically for the chosen hero. Garments that house the abilities of the Zora. I do hope that you didn't marry that fat guy from Ocarina of Time. If you did, then I actually do think less of you. As a result. Oh look, they're just in there. That's quite convenient. Thank you. You got Zora Armor. This special garment was handed down through the Zora royal family. If you have it equipped, you can move freely through the water, but you will be more vulnerable to fire and ice attacks. Now at last I can join the king in slumber. And yet, my son, he still knows nothing of my death. If you see him again, please pass on this message. Tell him he must not grieve his mother's passing, which is impossible. He will grieve, and he should grieve. It is ridiculous to suggest that he should not grieve. I understand the sentiment that she doesn't want him to suffer, but he must grieve, for if he does not grieve, he will not deal with it, and if he does not deal with it, it will actually stunt his growth as a person as he becomes an adolescent and all of that. So, there you go. That is not in any way helpful. And as you can see once again, it is turning to day as we speak. We're in the middle of a scene right now, but time is passing as normal, so that's kind of interesting. Tell him she wanted him to be brave and live on as the king of our people. And tell him his mother loves him without end. Tell him. Well, it's a good thing you found all of your friends and picked up that nifty Zora armor, but aren't you forgetting something kind of important? That last fused shadow. Oh, I haven't forgotten. Remember what Pharaon, the light spirit, said. You said you would need the fused shadows to defeat the dark overlord Zayat and save the world. So even if you go back with all the people you saved, the whole tragedy would just repeat itself. So let's go get it. We need to go to the temple on the lake bed of Lake Hylia. Yes, indeed. But while we are here, actually we need water bombs for this, and we'll go and get them now. I may as well work towards reaching the dungeon. In other words, doing everything that we need to do before reaching it. I'll take care of that now. Alrighty, right. So, step 1, buy water bombs. Step 2, return to the graveyard. Acquire lots of rupees is step 4. Step 5 is to go and see the golden wolf. Step 5, I think, is to make our way to the dungeon. Probably. Anyway, unfortunately we can't actually have water bombs and regular bombs at the moment. We only have a single bomb bag. We can acquire additional bomb bags in the future, but not right now. I would like to engage in the bomb buyback program. I will sell my bombs for 34 rupees, thank you. And he runs back over there. Yes, I'd like to purchase some water bombs if you don't mind. I do realise that they are rather advanced. I don't know how many I can hold. I think it's 10 maximum, isn't it? Let's see. It's not 10 maximum, it's 20 maximum. I thought it was 20, but I wasn't too sure. Should have bought 15, I guess. Oh, what if it's 15 maximum? Holy shit. What a waste. Oh well. Here I was thinking it was 20. Too bad. I will get a number of rupees in return anyway. Actually, I think I can actually, let's say actually a few more times. I do believe that I can access a rock under the water over here as well. So we'll do that first while I'm thinking of it. May as well break these boxes. Didn't get anything from them. While I am mid-dive, I will both equip the Zora Armor and equip the boots. Here we go. So in blowing up this rock, we should acquire something. I don't know what, but we will find out. There we go. A purple rupee. Not very impressive, but it's better than nothing. Don't do that. Alright. Get out of the way of the explosion. I only barely got out of the way of them. So with water bombs in hand, we will make our way back to where we just were. And I generally don't keep this armor set equipped after the water temple. Most do not. It's not like Ocarina of Time where you just keep the tunic equipped because, you know, like you do the water temple, then you keep the water tunic on, like the blue tunic. And then you do the fire temple and keep the red tunic. Which I don't always do, honestly. I go back to green whenever it suits me. Just drop down. Alright. Well, I don't understand why someone like Barnes would say ore. Because ore, as I understand it, is for people who at least view themselves to be young. I guess for him to say ore would be to suggest that he's immature. Oh, that takes me over there. Okay, there's something else clearly. Are you fucking kidding me? This is ridiculous. Am I really forced to go this way? Can I get through that hole? I can't, there's no way. There was something else. I know it to be true. Well, I'll worry about it another time. I like the ability to swim underwater though. I'm definitely a fan of that. The temple should be right where this purple marker is, but it will be fairly deep. It'll be all the way down here. Look at this. The fastest way to get down there is to swim across as necessary, then put on the boots. That should do. Look at that. Look how deep that is. Compare that to the Water Temple of Ocarina of Time. There is no comparison. So what we're going to do here is drop a water bomb over in this position. Oh shit. As I recall, we need to... Oh, don't talk to you. Don't talk to him, or her, or it. Oh, let's do this. We need to actually... This is the funny thing. Oh, that's what we do, that's right. We want to time this so that this explodes as it goes up there. Well, I fucked that up, didn't I? There we go. That should work. It's not a matter of timing, it's a matter... Oh, give me a break! I've always associated Order with almost a youthful, what's the word? A youthful informality. As I understand it, it's mostly teenage boys who use Order to refer to themselves. And I can imagine, you know, rough guys doing it because they haven't really progressed beyond their teenage years, have they? You know, they're still posturing and... Yeah, I feel like Order is really reserved for a specific age group, and if not an age group, then at the very least a group that is of a specific mental age. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's the impression that I have of it. I don't even know if it could be informal necessarily, but it indicates a sort of, you know, relaxed demeanor that could be associated with a young teenage boy. But anyway, we're in the water temple, and I will not be taking on this dungeon at this time. I will, however, save. Keeping in mind that the date is wrong. I always make this very clear that people understand that the date is wrong because my GameCube system time is wrong. Anyway, I think that will conclude my journey. We are 2 hours and 40 minutes in. And that was 2 hours and 40 minutes between the completion of the previous dungeon and simply reaching this dungeon here. So that was a lot to do. But, well, I'll ping you next time, Jim. I wasn't sure if you were going to be awake at this time, so I haven't been pinging you, but I will ping you in Discord next time I go live. But I do thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.